Hello and welcome to another episode of What Do You Call It podcast. I'm your host, GB. Very special episode. I've got not just one, but I've got two guests today. They're going to introduce themselves, but there is a reason as to why they're both here. They're both here to discuss London's newest wrestling night out. It's going to be bringing chaos, cabaret, and a whole lot of sweat to the east. We're going to be discussing Emporium Pro Wrestling. I'm joined by Craig Ryan and Greg Burridge. Lads, how have you both been?
You're really good, mate. I'm really good. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad.
Yeah.
It's only Tuesday. Feels like a
Well, you
Thursday.
said we're waiting to East London. There's been a bloody lot of sweating last week, hasn't there? So why not throw a little bit more in there?
That's it, mate. Honestly, yeah, getting used to the heat, but struggling to
Yeah.
sleep at night.
Yeah.
Craig, how you been, mate? You all been good?
All good, all good. Yeah, really excited to speak to you. Thank you for having us on the show.
Awesome, awesome. Just a quick introduction to you, lads. Greg, if you start, if you could tell the listeners about yourself.
Yep. So my name's Greg Burridge. I used to be, well, I still am the pucker one. I started wrestling in the year 2001 was my pro debut. So I've been doing this now for professionally for 26 years, and that's my maths for you there. Couldn't work that out. 26 years, and I've been around the world and wrestled all my idols and wrestled for top titles and started running the London School Lucha Libre with Gary Vanderhall in Bethnal Green, and we run Lucha Britannia, which is a Lucha Libre based cabaret show together. I stepped away from that, and then I opened up Burridge Fight Design in Walthamstow, and now we're embarking on a new project, Emporium Pro Wrestling. So, but I also work in the film industry, doing stunts and acting. So yeah, I keep myself busy between teaching wrestling and films now, stunt coordinating, fight choreography, and I've directed two films myself as well. So I like to stay active, but that opened the door for me, pro wrestling, to get into that world.
Awesome, awesome. Quite the introduction there, Greg. And I will probably be speaking to you at a later time, separate
Yep.
episode, like I
Okay.
will be with Craig. Craig, you've got to tell me about yourself, mate. Introduction to you, please.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Craig Ryan, aka the Techno Warrior. I have been training in wrestling for about 3 years when Greg found me in a gym, and I've never looked back, which was amazing. I've really loved wrestling. I loved the passion, the energy, the community that it brings, and it's just been a bit of a childhood dream that I never thought I would ever achieve, and it's actually all coming to light, which has been fantastic. So I've worked for a number of promotions around the UK, doing live matches, and very much part of the Burridge Fight Design family, as Greg mentioned. So yeah, it's all good. I also have a background in events, PR, and communications, which is all coming into play with this new venture, Emporium Pro Wrestling, that we are embarking on.
Awesome, awesome. And I want to talk about the journey. And I know the event's going to be next month. Great location, by the way. We're going to discuss it all. But I want to talk about the origins first. So, Emporium, big show next month, July 18th, Bethnal Green. So, lads, tell me, first of all, the origins. How did you come together and think, okay, let's do our own show next month? And then, we'll go into details a bit more about the cards and, who you got lined up and the after party. But I just want to know, how did it all come together first?
Do you want to go first, Ryan, or shall I?
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, like, this has been something that we've been speaking about for a bit of time, and it has all just come to play. It very much feels like the right time. Emporium Pro Wrestling, I think the name kind of says it all. It's very much going to be a little bit of everything. The plans that we've got for this show and for the promotion is next level, and I think it's going to be really appeal to the masses. We've got loads of exciting things coming up. Obviously, we can go into like the match cards and like what we've got planned in a bit. But it really feels like the right moment, and I feel like with bringing Genesis Cinema on board as a full partner, with which is like got an amazing history. The venue in itself, it's very much like an independent venue. This art cinema in Bethnal Green, which is incredible. It's an incredible venue.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 500-seater screen in which we're going to have the wrestling ring on the stage. We're going to be able to utilize the screen, so you'll be able to look at like the backstage segments, full immersive storylines, amazing cabaret acts, and also, yeah, some really top talents, like emerging UK wrestlers mixed in with like some megastars as well. So yeah, we're really excited and we feel like it's an amazing time to be pushing this as part of the Burridge Fight design, but just also as a promotion, which really is going to be like a staple of like the London culture scene.
Mm.
We really want to make it a moment and a night out that people can enjoy, that want to come back. And then we've also got the added element of the Emporium after party, which is a free after party, so everyone's invited, which is also going to be on location at Genesis Cinema. So that was with the ticket, and it's just a way of like having that extra bit of like time and moment, and just enjoyment for the fans, which will be able to like continue all the way till the early hours.
Awesome. I want to dissect a little bit what you've said. You did mention the venue. Looks cool, by the way. So if anyone looks up Genesis, honestly, looks really cool. Bethnal Green. It's not very far from like central London, about 5 minutes from Liverpool Street. But I want to find out why London, though.
Well, if anyone knows their history of wrestling, they know that Bethnal Green, especially in the last 15 to 20 years, has been the hub of British wrestling
Yeah.
with all the shows that are on there. I personally think that you can't get a better location for pro wrestling than that part of London. It's the right mixture of modern culture. You have the art scene, you have the youth scene. When you kind of mix them all together with wrestling and the way that we're doing it, it's not just a wrestling show, it's alternative almost. So I think for what we want and what we're after, this is the perfect location. I mean, there's not a lot of promotions that I think can really appeal to that side of the demographic than we can. So we're trying to cater. We're not just catering for wrestling fans. We're actually trying to cater for the local community, the local people, the art scene. So yeah, I think location-wise it was perfect, but also it was a little bit of luck. So it's kind of like a little bit of luck, a little bit of we want to do a show there, and two things came together.
Yeah. It's a perfect mix, to be fair. Like you
Yeah,
said, London,
yeah.
it's been so involved in British wrestling history, especially in like the last 15, 20 years.
That part of East London, with terms of wrestling, and it just hits different, mate. Do you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
hits different than the other part of London. So having experience doing, like been around that area for so long, I really do believe that if we can capture that magic again, um, especially if people remember the shows at the Resistance Gallery. If you ever went to the show at the Resistance Gallery,
Yeah.
hope you come to this show and go, it's that magic. It's that missing ingredient I've been missing for so long. Because as you know, the Resistance Gallery isn't here no more. So, but there's some crazy matches down that place. I mean, legends have walked into that place and had matches. So that whole area, Poyser Street, it's kind of magical. And Genesis Cinema, it's only like a stone's throw away from that area. So what we're trying to do, if you want that nostalgia for them, you can remember the stuff that went on in the Resistance Gallery. We want you to come to Emporium. We want you to relive that magic. We want you to stay and have fun, and we want you to forget about all your troubles that are going on in the world and yourself, and come and shout and scream and watch monsters fly through the air and smash buildings in the ring. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that on Friday night, right? And
Yeah,
then
man.
go home and go, do you know what? That was a bloody good night out. And that's the point. We're not trying to show off. We're not trying to compete. We're trying to do something totally unique. We're trying to give people a good time. And I think we're in a state of the planet at the minute. Everyone wants to have a fucking good time. So come
Yeah.
have a fucking time with us. We'll make sure you go home with a smile on your face and don't worry about all the bollocks going on in the world.
One thing I've noticed about London as a location for wrestling events, as a
Yeah.
fan myself, just over the years, you'll be surprised how far wrestling fans will travel if it's in London. No,
Yeah.
because it's a place where everyone can get to. You
Yeah.
walk in some places, unfortunately, outside London, just anywhere, and they might not have that luxury of getting there by train or a bus, or it might be, okay, it's a bit of a long-winded journey. London is pretty straightforward.
Well, that's another thing about Bethnal Green. You're located between Central Line, your District Line of Whitechapel,
Yeah,
overground also, and they're all linked from north to south. So it's like the centre point for wrestling. It's a centre point for London, really. Anyone can get Bethnal Green quite easy. So yeah, you're right what you're saying. So even more so, that's why we think it's a good location, because it's easy to get to, but more importantly, it's easy to get home from.
Mm.
You know. So yeah.
So we've established the name, the origins, the location. One thing we haven't established is who's going to be on the card. So,
Yeah.
Craig, if you can tell me some names of the talent that you've signed up for this event next month on July 18th.
You'll take
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, amazing. So, as you've probably seen, we've announced our main event, which is fantastic. So we've got Robbie X, which we are very, very excited to have him as part of the first show, and he will be competing against the Ultimate Geezer, Tommy Tanner. So we think that's going to be like a main event like no other. We're super excited to have them both, and we think it's going to be one to remember. To be honest, definitely one for the books. So we have them as our main event. We've also got the incredible Sadie Gibbs, which is going to be fantastic. We've got Nightshade as well. We've also got Tyler Walker. We've got PK, and we've also got a match which we haven't been announced yet, but we're happy to speak about it on this podcast. It's going to be the Emporium 10. So it's going to be 10 amazing talent in one match, which will be really pushing like up and coming emerging talent, mixed in with very much established British wrestlers as well.
Nice, nice. Where can the fans keep up to date with the matches that are going to be lined up as well? So you've just announced one already, the main event.
So I would definitely look to our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter to keep up to date with everything in Emporium Pro Wrestling. Also, another bit of news is that we're currently working on a hero trailer as well, which will be coming out very soon. Which has been shot at Genesis Cinema. So we're very excited to be launching that. And we've actually also got the opportunity to be showing it at Genesis Cinema just before their usual film schedule as well. So that's going to be exciting. So yeah, very much all eyes on social to keep up to date with everything that's going on with the promotion.
Awesome, awesome. Once the show ends, I want to ask you both, and you've just recovered from the show and the after party as well. And then in the morning, you both message each other. With these messages, what would you have liked to have achieved with this debut show of Emporium Pro Wrestling?
I think I'm
glad Pace didn't burn down. Oh, Ryan, that was mental.
What's that, Daddy?
So I'm glad the place didn't burn down. That'd be a good.
Yeah, maybe not for the first show. I mean, like, let's see what happens with the second. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think just kind of reiterating what Greg said, we really want to just make sure everyone's had an amazing time and comes away with a smile on their face, and then wants to come back to the next show. We very much want to continue this from like a storyline point of view. We want to make sure people are familiarizing themselves with the characters, with what's going on, coming back, and then also to top it off, like, yeah, we had an amazing night. We had a great after party. We can't wait to come back. We can't wait to tell our mates. So very much like looking back at what we've achieved and like what people are talking about and what they're saying about us, really.
Yeah, I mean, like what Ryan's saying, what we want to do, we're not trying to compete with competition. We're not trying to be in competition with anyone.
Yeah.
We're really trying to do something totally different than everyone, So we believe that if we do that, I think we can create a new part of the. We can take our own part of share of the market almost, with people going, do you know what? I'm tired of seeing the same 5 wrestlers do the same 5 moves and the same 5 shows. We want to give you some of those wrestlers, but a whole heap of new ones, a whole new up and coming bunch of talent with some of your favorites and some people that are going to become your favorites. But we also want to throw in that element of craziness, right? We have the Kaiju Big Battle guys on. We have the official license for Kaiju Big Battle. And if you don't know what Kaiju Big Battle is, it's basically monsters just smash the shit out of each other, and they smash buildings in the ring. And
I was quite curious about this, and I looked up myself. I was like, quite interesting.
It's all, as a wrestling fan, if you just want to relax your suspension of disbelief for 5 minutes and go, do you know what? I'm a little tired of seeing the same thing. Let me have that same buzz of wrestling, but with a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
So people up in suits and smash them into cardboard buildings. You know, it's still wrestling,
Yeah.
but and that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to be too serious. We want come and have fun. Let's all go out and have fun on a Friday night. So, but also we are trying to push the up and coming talent, especially from Burridge Fight Design. You're going to see a lot of top talent come from there, like Tommy Tanner. Like he's probably one of the best in the UK at the minute. Everyone's talking about him. So
Yeah,
he won't,
good. He
he
is
won't
good.
necessarily get the opportunity to fight a Robbie X on another promotion, but we can give him that opportunity. So if you want to see the current top high flyers go against the next up and comers like Tommy Tanner, this is where you're going to see him first before everywhere else. You know,
Good.
because years time, I don't think Tommy Tanner be even in this country wrestling. You know, he'd be off doing his own thing, whatever. So that's why, and that's another element of why, as a wrestling fan, you can come and have fun, but you're also going to see the next future champions of the world. Yeah,
I'm sold. I'm certainly sold, definitely. But I think the listeners out there, once they've listened to this and they've explored your social media and they see that there's dedication, they see there's a good talent, they see there's two good minds behind this project and the after parties. Not many wrestling companies I know, top of my head, can say they've done the first show and then they're actually going to do like an after party where you might be able to interact. Hopefully, you are able to interact with some of the talent. A lot of wrestling fans, they love meeting wrestlers
yeah.
after the shows or during the shows, and just be able to feel like, okay, this, like it's a normal experience.
Well, you've hit it on the head because that's kind of. I'll pass you over to Ryan, but that's pretty much the idea. What we
Yeah,
wanted, isn't it, Ryan?
Definitely, and I also feel like what we are trying to achieve is having like looking at like grassroots like musicians and DJs and like even like looking at potential wrestlers who actually have that talent as well and being able to like incorporate that as part of the after party and maybe even as part of the storyline. It's very much like looking at that whole 360, and I keep still using this word emerging like moments, but really like having the fans like interact and like it's not just like just watching a match and then going away. It's like what's that extra bit of element that we can incorporate as part of this promotion, and like what is that extra bit of touch points that people are going to want to talk about. And very much this is where like the after party kind of like is stemmed from. So yeah, importantly, afters it's definitely going to be just that extra level of like mentalness and like bit of a vibe that people are going to want to just continue on, because I know definitely after I've performed I'm always looking for a club to go to, do you know what I
yeah.
mean, like straight after. So why not provide it like in the venue when we've all just finished. So yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a bit of a unique standpoint for the promotion, and we're super excited to have it as part of it.
Nice. Any last words for
Um,
the show?
Yeah, we're really hyped up. I mean, get to the shows, gonna be some amazing matches. I mean, you got. If anyone's been keeping up with Sadie Gibbs, she's absolutely fucking tore it up in Japan, smashed it.
Mm.
So this is gonna be one of her first, or if not, I think this is her second match. She's got one with Eve. This will be her second match back from a tour in Japan, where she smashed it in Noah, smashed it in Sendai, marvelous. So that's one reason to come. You know, I can give you 25 reasons right now to come to that show. So if you want to come down and see some awesome wrestling, but also have a good night out, see some emerging talent with current talent that you probably wouldn't have seen before, come down to Emporium. And you know what? If you come down Salah, I'll buy you a drink. How about that? You can't get better than that, can you?
Deal. Where's the pre-drinks?
Yeah, we're going to get.
Craig, last words in terms of
Um,
Emporium.
Yeah, I mean, like just kind of following on what Greg said, I think it's going to be an incredible night to get down there. If you want a night to remember, if you want a night to bring your mates, bring your fam, like definitely come down. It's going to be an absolute like mental show. And this is only show one, and there's going to be so much more to come. So yeah, come down, Genesis Cinema, Bethnal Green, 18th of July. And yeah, come and enjoy a night that you're going to remember.
We'll let the guys know about this as well, just so the fans know. It's really getting a big buzz of all the wrestlers. The amount of wrestlers that are contacting us already, big names wanting to do these shows. You'd be surprised at some of the big names we're getting in. So I think that's a good indication of why people need to come and watch it, because the wrestlers want to get in on this now. So yeah, come down,
I think
get
the
on it.
admission fee itself, and looking at ticket prices, the fans will see that when they do go on your social media. I think they're pretty reasonable. I mean, the main event itself alone, Robbie X, Tommy Tanner, I think that itself, it's just itself worth the admission price.
Yeah.
They'll be spoiled with the rest of the show, and just they might see stuff they've never seen before, and that makes it that excitement, doesn't it? Gives you that buzz, like, oh shit, I've never seen that, want to see more.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah, I definitely think just kind of adding into that, I think it's definitely going to be the promotion that will turn people who aren't necessarily wrestling fans into wrestling fans. And I think that is what an aim is, like obviously bring people and then be like, oh my God, I've never knew this thing, like I want to come back again. This is incredible. So yeah, it's definitely going to be one that's going to hopefully turn heads and make more and more fans of wrestling.
Yes. Bring your nans and your mums. Go on, drag them out.
Yeah.
Do it, lads. Do it, fans out there. I fully both support you. I'm sure it's going to do well, and I will be there.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Good.
I'm looking forward to it. Just before I do sign off, just two questions. One for each of you guys. Craig, going to ask you. This is from the Enforcer in Frost. Apparently, you do a great Steven Gerrard impression. Can you please give me an example of this?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, it's very much a different type of adventures I'm used to. I mean, like, normally I'm going out there with the boys playing for England, but yeah, of course. I mean, like, Emporium Pro Wrestling, Genesis Cinema. I mean, like, yeah, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be all right. I think, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, of course.
You could do that just to promote the show.
I feel like this is going to be a dangerous, like, gateway. It's like, this is my gimmick now for the rest of, like, my career. So I've got to be
Ian's fault.
careful.
Ian's fault.
There's only so much you can do with Stevie, but I'm here for it in the moment, put it that way.
I'll let you ask him a question when I have him on, and I will have him on soon. Greg, I've got to ask you this. I'll be remiss if I don't ask because my missus, she basically anyone I have as a guest, she even looks them up herself. Like she's a big supporter, really, really one of a kind girl. So I'm gonna have to ask her, I'll ask you, sorry, about your experience working on Harry Potter.
Yeah. Well, that was 2009, 2008, I think. So what was that? Almost 20 years ago. But I was a stunt Death Eater on that one. So I had to learn one spells. I can show you quickly if you want a one spell.
Go for it.
But Mr. Whippy, yeah. Monkey grabbing Peach. Shutting the gate. Opening the gate. So if you have imagine I've got a wand, I'm like, so I'm trained in wand spells, mate. So yeah, yeah, it was good fun. Good fun. I've been end scene with the Death Eaters and the kids from Hogwarts.
Awesome. Yeah. What an ending to the show. Harry Potter, wizard.
Yeah. We might have to bring that onto the show, Greg. You didn't do
that. Awesome, lads. Awesome. Thank you both for coming on and also giving me the opportunity to promote the show because I'm fully behind you guys and I will be there. I'm looking forward to it. So if I don't see you before the show, hopefully I see you after the show and we can have a beer. You can show me that in person and I'll hear your Steven Gerrard impression in person. Where can the listeners find you both individually on social media? Greg, I know you got I can't speak at the moment. Sorry, the Harry Potter, Burridge, Fight Design.
Do show them to me. You're getting a good.
Yes, sorry, yeah. If you can, where can I listen?
Find me on page on Insta and Burridge Fight Design. That's our school, and that's based in Walthamstow. We train Wednesdays, so where Ryan trains, where all the guys train, and we train Wednesdays 7:30. So if you want to step in the ring and give it a go, come down and see us at Burridge Fight Design.
Awesome. Craig, where can listeners find you on social media?
Instagram. So yeah, if you want to follow me, it is Craig Ryan _PW, where you can see all of my matches, what I'm up to at the moment, and also maybe a little bit of DJing as well.
Nice, lads. Thank you for your time.
Emporium as well, weren't they, Ryan?
Yes, Emporium. It's going to be a wicked show, mate. It's going to be a show.
What's that? Oh yeah. So for the first, yeah, definitely.
Awesome, lads. For the listeners out there, if you can like this video, subscribe to my channel, find me on social media. They'll be in the description below as well, along with these lads. But for now, everyone, enjoy the heat and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for What Do You Call It? Podcast!